Okay, you said you had a cold open.
Here comes Daniel Phillip. Here comes Daniel Phillip. Right down CCC lane. Up and down goes the waveforms. And now here we go again. We're gonna record all the time now that Philip's son is born. And it's gonna be the best show that you have ever heard. Yeah.
Give it up. Give it up for Philip. It's very good. I didn't know. It was a big surprise to me.
Me too.
That now it makes sense why you were humming that song while we were preparing. All right. Hello, Philip.
Hey, Daniel.
What is this that we're doing?
Classic Countdown Conversations.
It's a show where we count down the best and the worst that media has to offer.
When we feel like it.
It's been a while. The last
How long
one.
has it been? It's been Halloween.
It was like mid-October. So it's almost been
2 months.
2 months.
It's been 8 weeks.
What?
It's been about 8 weeks.
About 8 weeks. By the way, on our podcast, on the podcast app, you misspelled slasher.
I did it on purpose.
Did you? That look tells me that you didn't do it on purpose. It says like slasher.
Slasher? Is there an extra S?
I forget how it was misspelled, but I definitely saw it. And I meant to text you right when I saw it, and I didn't. It's been 2 months now, so it doesn't
matter now.
It doesn't make sense to go back and change it now.
That's why we've only had half the amount of listens that we normally do.
They're like, slasher?
What's a slasher?
What are slashers?
They think it's an inside joke, but it's actually just incompetence.
So you had a baby. Well, you didn't. Your wife did.
I did.
Lindsay
put my legs up and out came Barnabas.
Gross. That's such a gross image. Barnabas. So give it up for the newest member of the family.
You might hear him in the background.
Yeah, Lindsay's with him in the other room. He was crying like 20 seconds before we pressed record.
Yeah.
So, other than you becoming a dad, is there anything else that you would like to?
It's basically been my life.
Catch the peeps up on you.
That's all that's happened with me. What about you? You're Uncle Danger now.
I'm Uncle Danger. It's not a joke. It's actually what we're gonna have him call me. What's Lauren? Auntie Lauren?
Auntie Lauren.
We're just all over the place as far as names go.
Yeah.
What are mom and dad? Are they just grandma and grandpa?
I guess so.
Okay. I'm Uncle Danger because it's cool. And it shares the same first three letters as my name,
and it sounds a little bit like you're saying Daniel, but you kind of missaid it.
You kind of messed it up a bit, which children do a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe even if he were to try to say Uncle Daniel, it would sound like Uncle Danger.
Yeah.
It sounds like Uncle Danger. Yeah. So thank you. Shout out to Zach Roth for the idea.
ZR.
No. What?
ZR.
Zark Roth. I don't really have anything to share. And nothing really new going on. Yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday to Daniel.
Yesterday from when we were recording this. I don't know when we're dropping it.
Today.
We're dropping it today? Okay.
Yesterday then.
Yeah, yesterday was my birthday. I'm 22. 22 years old.
You gonna sing it? No, don't sing it.
Okay. Copyright infringement?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was the only song I willingly listened to yesterday. Or like actively. Like I was in stores and stuff, and there were other songs playing, but I really only listened to Taylor Swift's 22. I don't even like the song. I just felt like it was kind of a rite of passage that you have to listen to it.
I don't think I was alive when that song came out.
You don't think you were alive?
I wasn't alive. I'm sorry, I wasn't 22 yet. I already
you were
passed
after 22. Yeah, okay.
Gosh, I'm tired.
You want to do a second take?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like Slasher.
And yeah, I don't know if this was the case last time that we recorded, but I I just have like mini strokes every time I try to talk now.
Oh.
I just like mess up everything. I get my words jumbled up. It's always kind of been a thing to where like if I'm talking too quickly, I'll start stumbling over my words. But now it's just I'll be talking super slow and I just cannot get the words out. I don't know what's going on with me, but so I apologize from here on out for the show if I just incomprehensible.
Okay.
I see. That wasn't on purpose. It's just like I can't get a thought out, and I'll like be getting a thought out, but then midway through I'll think of a different way to say it. So I try to like shift gears, and it just doesn't work.
Your language is breaking.
It's breaking down. And what's funny is I was actually just talking to Austin about this. Shout out to you, Austin. Back in high school, I would do it as a joke. I would change sentence mid-sentence, but like fluidly. Like it was like perfect. Yeah. And a lot of the time I would do it to Austin and he wouldn't realize till about 3 seconds later. And then he'd kind of like look over at me. It was like, what? How do you do that? Now I do it, but on accident and not good. So age sucks.
We do need an update. We need an update.
Okay.
I did something.
Oh, yes.
I stopped it.
You stopped?
I stopped the madness, Daniel.
Okay.
Do you know what I stopped?
Our money making scheme, right?
Yeah. I got conscious at like 4 a.m. in the morning when I was feeding my baby. I was like, I can't do it anymore.
You can't steal money.
I can't steal the money from my family and from my friends. And so, you're welcome, Karen and Ethan. Corey, you suck real bad because you already canceled. You didn't tell us. And we thought we were getting that money.
But we weren't.
We weren't, and you canceled. I don't like that.
And I even saw him recently. He didn't say nothing.
He didn't say nothing.
Ugh.
Jeez, what a dweeb.
what a dork. What a cork. Corey Dork.
Corey Dork.
Or Dory. No, that's a name. Cork. You cork.
What a cork. Not quirky. You're not quirky. You're just cork.
You're cork. It's like Porky Pig, but pork pig. you're I can't say that.
Okay.
Should we say what this episode's about? Because we've just been rambling.
It's a classic community episode.
Yes, for Christmas. We are going to do a Christmas episode by the end of the month.
Maybe.
We will. But our first time back, Philip and Lindsay just watched Community all the way through.
Yeah.
And they love it.
Yeah.
And we wanted to talk about it.
And I thought it's been so long, it would be kind of weird to just do like a special episode.
Just jump right into Christmas time.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. We got to do a normal one.
A normal Classic Countdown Conversations episode. Where we are talking about
the best side characters in Community.
Yeah, so we did this we're kind of going back to our roots with our Arrested Development episode. That was like episode 13, I want to say, was Arrested Development.
It's been a while since I finished a whole like sitcom.
Right. So we're talking about, and we did side characters for that as well. We're doing side characters for this.
Main characters are just dumb.
We did main characters for a regular show.
Dumb to do that.
Well, it's tough because if there's
a dumb episode that we did.
We laughed a lot in that episode. If we do like main characters, a lot of the time there's like close to 10,
but not quite.
Not quite, or like it's just like, well, obviously those are the 10 main characters. You know what I mean? But with side characters, it's a whole
Who
plethora.
Could it be possibly?
Yeah. So let's dive in after rambling on for however long that was, and let us do our honorable mentions.
We do need to say that a thing that we said makes you a side character.
Oh yeah.
Is that you're in it for at least 3 episodes.
Yeah, three or more episodes. However, we broke that immediately, and we have, I think, 2 that we're going to mention that are only in 2 episodes.
Hey.
Hello there.
It's Philip.
And Daniel from the future.
Whoa. We forgot to say something.
Yeah, we did. we obviously have the main characters of the show.
Obs.
We have the what do they call them? The Greendale Seven?
Yeah.
Okay. We have the Greendale Seven. We have Dean and Chang.
Yeah.
I think those are pretty obvious that those are main characters.
Hey, keep hush tones. We're in the future here.
I'm sorry. We don't want to break the space-time continuum.
Yeah.
Because their names show up in the opening. I feel like that's their main character. But there are 4 other characters that we consider series regulars, even if they are not in it all the time. They were meant to be a main character of the show. So
you got Frankie.
Frankie. We have Buzz, Hickey,
got
Duncan, yeah, and then Leroy.
Yeah.
So even though 3 of those don't come until like 2 of them don't come into the last season, Buzz is only in the 5th season, and Duncan is here and there. When they were on the show, I think they were meant to be more main than they were side characters. So we wanted to just stop in, say that.
All right, bye.
We gotta go back to the future.
Go back. We gotta go back
to the future. Would you like to say the 2 that are only in 2 episodes?
Okay, Subway. And that's because Lindsay just loves Subway for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe actually because she likes Subway the sandwiches. I'm not sure.
I guess we should explain. Well, first off, I guess there's not really going to be like spoilers or anything.
Nah.
If you've never seen Community, there's a character called Subway. He's a guerrilla marketing guy for Subway, the franchise, where his name is literally Subway, and he tries to infiltrate the school to sell sandwiches. Yeah. And then there's Coogler,
which is the creator of Arrested Development. Speaking of Arrested Development,
yeah, he shows up. He's in the Meow Meow Beans episode. What's the other episode he's in? I don't remember.
It's near the end of the show.
Okay. Does he just show up?
I think he's in season 6. Actually.
Okay.
He's maybe that is the Meow. No. Yeah, that was the Meow Meow Beans I was thinking of.
Where he's in like his robe.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the second time he shows up, but
is that the one where they have the secret bar in this basement?
No, because I watched that one.
That's the one he's in, I think.
Oh, is he like up on the stage or something?
Yeah, or the paintball. Is that the paintball one?
No, paintball one's towards the end of this.
Is that Meow Meow Beans?
Nope.
That's one he's in.
The paintball one?
Yeah.
Okay. That last paintball episode's actually a really good episode.
Yes, it is. Because it's not really a paintball episode. It is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
It's really...
It is.
Espionage.
Yeah, well, but they use paintball guns. I have actually an honorable mention that's not on here.
God, how do you do this every time?
That he's only in 1 episode, but what could have been if they had done a 7th season?
Okay,
it's Ice Cube Head. if Chang's version of season 7 came to be, Ice Cube Head would have been probably would have been a main character. So maybe he's not on this list.
Yeah, maybe not.
And then ones that we didn't put on here that we don't really like them.
Okay.
But they're in it a lot, or like the 2 school board meeting guys.
Yeah, we didn't like them.
We were talking last night, the only thing that we like is when the guy robs Mike's from Breaking Bad's mind.
Yeah.
About the hang glider.
What's that guy's name?
Buzz Hickey.
Buzz, yeah. And he actually was thinking about.
He actually did rob his brain. He's like, I robbed your brain. I robbed it. Oh, that line delivery is just funny. Okay, so then you start from the bottom. We'll work our way up.
Okay.
These are still honorable mentions.
Yeah, I like Jerry the janitor.
Yes.
I think he's very funny. Daniel didn't think he deserved to be on the list.
Daniel
hates him.
Daniel
think actually is very racist against janitors.
Which is really ironic because I used to be a janitor. So
once you know him, you're kind of like, well, I hate all of them.
I hate him. No, I like that he's just so angry with everything. I like him as a character. I just don't think he's top 10 material.
Okay, whatever.
Number 10 is Professor Kane. It's their biology teacher from the 3rd season. I like him because he, like, every other character in the show is just like wild and he just doesn't have like he's not a part of that.
And he's from prison.
Yeah, he's from. So, that's right.
Yeah. We've got Dave, who's the African American fella that just kind of just there.
He doesn't have like a whole lot of character to him. He's just there a lot.
Yeah.
It's like
he's got a cool afro.
He's got a cool afro. He shows up in the last episode.
Yep.
It's like that person in your life that you see them a lot, but you're not that close with them.
Yeah, they're part of your friend group, but
you're
don't
not
hang out with them.
You would never ever hang out with them one on one.
Yeah, that would feel weird.
But they're there. Yeah. And you might have like passing conversations with them like every once in a while, but not much.
It's like your friend's wife.
Like, that you didn't grow up with.
Yeah.
Like he moved away for like a year and came back with a fiance.
Yeah. And you're like, well, I mean, you're cool, but like, I'm not going to hang out with you.
Right. That's Dave. Dave is your friend's wife. Number 7, or I guess, sorry.
There's not an order.
It's just.
You started to say it, but
Rachel, who is Brie Larson. Captain Marvel. And she plays Abed's girlfriend later on in the show.
She does a good job.
Yeah, I like her as a character. She's just as quirky as he is.
Yeah.
She's a little bit more socially in tuned, I think, than Abed is.
She do they ever say that Abed like has like whatever it would be? Asperger's.
Jeff says something about it in the first episode, but then it's never really brought up again.
Probably because they didn't want to like pigeonhole him.
Yeah, probably. I just always think he's just not socially adjusted.
He's on the spectrum, but he's on the other side than everybody else.
Yes, right. Well, and even in that episode where Britta thinks that one of them is a psychopath because of the test results that she got back from her.
Right.
But then it turns out that 6 of them are psychopaths and one of them is not. And at the end, it shows that Abed is the one that is normal.
Oh, okay.
Because it says like Happy Halloween from, and then it puts their names above each one of the papers. And the one that is normal, it says Abed above. So technically, he would be the most adjusted.
There you go. That's funny.
Anyways, his girlfriend, she's good. She's only in 3 episodes, I think, but I liked her. I wish she was in it more.
Yeah. Then we got Vaughn, which is Annie's boyfriend and Britta's boyfriend.
Yes. Yeah.
And Pierce's most hated
Pierce's enemy, who writes really catchy songs,
pretty good songs,
and he has, according to Jeff and Shirley, he's got funny looking nipples,
very small nipples
that they what's that gossip about?
Yeah,
they gossip
what's that word?
I almost said gospel.
That's not it. That good news about that kind of nipples.
And then we have the city college Dean Spreck, who's basically just Dean Pelton's, like, what would you call that? Arch nemesis, I guess. Yeah. But there's kind of a weird little thing going on between them.
They kind of like each other or something.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Speaking of Deans, you have Faux Dean, which is really, I guess is he just in season 4 then? Or does he come back?
He's season 3.
Oh, is he season 3?
Because that's when Chang is like the dictator.
That's when he's dictator
of the school.
That's right.
Yeah, it's the guy that he hires that looks just like the dean to come in and pretend to be the dean. The show goes off the rails
really
in a good way.
Yes.
And at the end of the 3rd season, when they have like Dean locked up in the skull, like getting held hostage and stuff. So we have the fake Dean there, and then we have Andre Bennett, which is Shirley. Andre the Giant shows up. He's in it a lot. No, it's Shirley's husband. I like him. Like, he's actually like, he's the voice of reason a lot of the time, and
surprisingly,
he's normal.
Yes,
unlike a lot of the other characters. It actually kind of made me upset when they did like the repilot. How they like separated again.
I was mad about that too.
That sucks.
But I guess they had to make everything back to the way it was.
I know.
I hate it.
And then our final one,
Pavel,
which is he's like dorm neighbors with
which is funny
Abed.
because I don't think dorms exist in community colleges, so this is definitely a fantasy place.
Yeah. Well, it takes place like out in Colorado.
Maybe Colorado.
Who knows what goes on out there?
Smoking weed, living in dorms and community colleges.
Yeah, because Vaughn is basically just a. Well, yeah.
So is Britta.
That's true. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So Pavel, he shows up every once in a while. He has some character to him.
Yeah,
and then
it's funny. He's actually an actual friend to Abed.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he actually like will help him out with things and
Yeah.
stuff. Like when he tries to get Rachel back, he pours the water on him and stuff like that.
I feel like he's Abed's friend when Troy isn't around.
Yeah. It's like, again, bring it back to real life.
Yeah.
It's like you got your best friend.
Yeah.
You have like your main group of friends,
Yeah,
right?
you're Philip and you're Daniel.
You have Philip and Daniel. But then there's a Corey.
Yeah.
It's another jab at you, bud, for canceling.
And you'll hang out with him if you have to.
If you have to,
Yeah.
if you got to play D&D or whatever, please play D&D soon, Corey. We want to play again.
Yes.
No, it's like you have your main friend group, but then you always have kind of like peripheral friends as well.
Yeah.
Pavel's kind of that to Abed, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's honorable mentions.
those are all the honorable mentions.
I think we did that in about 10 minutes, which is pretty good.
That's good.
For how many we had.
And I feel like a couple of these we probably won't have a whole lot to talk about. So I think we're
on
doing
sketch.
we're doing fine.
We're on sketch.
Okay, top 10.
Okay.
There were a lot of characters. We couldn't like just single it out. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Okay. Do you want to do odds or evens?
I normally do evens.
You do evens.
So
okay. Are you fine with the ones that you have?
I'm fine with the ones that I have.
Okay. I know. I'll let you do 3,
Okay.
and I'll do 2, and then we can both do 1. Okay.
Okay.
So start with 10.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Vicky. Vicky's number 10. And Vicky is probably, honestly, one of our least favorites. But she's in it all the time.
Yeah.
And so she deserves it.
She doesn't have a whole lot of personality to her.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the ones that we get later on up here.
But there's some funny moments. There's some funny moments.
Namely,
Namely, the one that we decided on a moment ago, which is when actually it's not her that's funny.
I guess she's kind of the reason why it exists, and she is funny in it. How she like breaks down.
Yeah, there's the episode where they do debate.
Yeah,
I guess it's school president. What is it?
Maybe school president or
whatever that would
whatever
be.
it is.
Yeah. So anyway, Vicky's up against Pierce, and Pierce is are they like all in a line?
Yeah, they're
ready
all up
for
there.
the debate. They're not even debating yet, and Pierce is just like jabbing her, and eventually gets her so upset because he like says she looks funny.
Yeah, well, yeah, because then later on in the debate, the dean is asking like what their platform is gonna look like, and Pierce is like, mine's gonna be tall enough for me to push Vicky off to her death. And then he makes fun of like her overbite.
Yeah, and that makes her storm off. And so basically, it's just that she's. Yeah, I guess she's funny looking.
I guess so. I wouldn't necessarily,
she's not listening. It's okay.
She's not listening. She's got an overbite. No, but she's in it a lot. She's one of the more main side characters, I'd say.
She deserves to be there. I guess.
She's there, and we felt bad because the rest of them are men.
Yeah.
So like, sorry, women.
Figures that men would pick only men.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing: is that like it's not really on us; it's on Dan Harmon for not creating more female characters in the show.
Funny.
Yeah, I mean, the 3. I love the 3 main girls a lot, but side
even
character
then, they're
roles.
like the least good ones.
I like Annie a lot.
Annie gets better.
I like Annie's actually probably one of my favorite characters.
Annie gets fleshed out.
Yeah. She kind of becomes like. By the end of the show, she's one of the more main. I mean, I guess you lose half the
They
half
had
the
to
cast.
make her a little more like exciting.
But then you have like the whole her and Jeff thing. Jeff's the main character, so she gets some more room. Anyways, this isn't about Annie. So Vicky's our number 10.
Yeah.
Our number 9 is Todd. Are you the one that doesn't like Todd, or Lindsay doesn't like Todd?
I mean, I'm fine with Todd.
Okay,
I don't like Todd. I wouldn't be friends with Todd.
No, especially he kind of goes off the rails by the end of the show.
He kills the well, I guess spoilers to that episode, but the sweet potato one.
Oh, I thought it was a different character that ended up.
Well, yeah, it turns
it.
out it was an accident or something.
Yeah.
Or it turns out that somebody had already. He did
do it, but then it wasn't. It turns out to be two other characters.
Yes.
But I love his introduction episode when they have to have partners, and everyone else partners up except for Pierce, and he has to have Todd. And like the end of that episode when he finally tells them off, he's like, he's like, I need to go home and take a shot of insulin. And he's like, hold my newborn baby. And it's just like, he's a very normal person that is just thrown into this mix with all these crazy people. He like feels really bad he's like, I found this turtle outside. He's pretty goofy. And I like that actor. He like doesn't seem like he should be an actor to me. Do you know what I mean?
I see what you mean.
He seems like he should be working at CVS.
He's just normal guy. He gets cast as normal guy.
Yeah, which I guess is the point. But Todd's funny. He's not. I feel like other than his introduction episode, that the one where their plant gets broken, and then when he's the officiator of the wedding in the last season, I feel like he doesn't get a whole lot, at least of what I'm remembering.
It becomes crazy, like each episode he's crazier.
Which is like kind of funny because you don't know why. You don't know why he's going crazy. He just is. So yeah, I think Todd's a good character.
Yep, he's good.
Okay, who's number 8?
Vice Dean. So this is John Goodman's character.
Yes.
Who dies.
He dies. That's true.
How many episodes? I guess he's only in
like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, and it's a quick exit.
It's season 3 is the whole air conditioning school
I think so.
stuff.
Yeah, and I think that plot line is just great.
Oh yeah,
probably one of my favorite like little subplots that they have.
I would agree. I think we're talking about the side characters, but we're never really going to talk about main characters as well. I feel like first season Troy, they didn't really know what to do with him.
Yes.
Because he's kind of like the jock. But he's also kind of like a wimp. Like it was like a juxtaposition type of character. But then I think they started realizing that him and Abed were really funny together.
Right.
So they just started writing their characters more as friends. So I think like Troy really comes into his own, I'd say like season 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And then season 3 when he's like the air conditioning like messiah character.
Yes, repairman.
But yeah, John Goodman's the character that like is trying to get him to join the air conditioning school.
There's that old plot of like the other air conditioning guy like murders.
Well, they're like in this underground like it just seems like a horrible like I don't even know what you would say.
It's just like a dungeon.
It's like a seedy underbelly thing. And they're like, after they find out that he kills John Goodman, they're like string him up. And Troy's like, no, call the police. He murdered a man. What is wrong with you guys?
And then the vice dean is like, he brings Troy into that room and he's like, what do you feel?
Yes, yeah.
Nothing. Exactly.
This is the room temperature room. Troy's like, I can't feel where my skin ends and the air begins. I like John Goodman in the show because it just gets so over the top at that point.
Yes.
He's like very, what's the right word? Like otherworldly almost.
Yeah.
It's like, he reminds me of like if someone were to be bringing somebody into like this ancient like religion, he's kind of like that type of like character. And then he kind of goes through some like identity issues later on.
He has like long hair.
Yeah, he's like, I'm kind of going through some stuff. And he also kind of like runs the school.
Yes, secretly
underneath the actual dean,
because they get the most money or something.
Yeah. So he's a layered character.
Yeah,
he has a lot to him.
That's good. Is
it
that time?
Oh, it is. I guess it should have been last time, but yes, it is time for Daniel's Thought Corner. Let me grab. Everyone knows.
Hasn't been tuned yet.
It's okay. I can't play it anyways.
Daniel's. Ooh, it's like low. Oh, Daniel's Thought Corner. Daniel's Thought Corner. Daniel's Thought Corner.
Thank you.
Sorry, all my singing juice got removed at that beginning.
It's okay. I thought it was good.
Thanks.
It was a good like rendition.
Yeah.
It was like when Weezer redid Africa.
Okay.
Where you can't really tell the difference, but it's just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
My thought corner for today is this. I don't think this will be controversial. This again, the thought corner doesn't have to be controversial. It's just things that are in my brain. So when you have the argument of comedy versus drama, as far as like what to watch, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's a lot when it comes to TV shows. It's a lot easier to watch sitcoms. But when it comes to movies, I like dramas a lot more.
I see.
It's easier for me, other than Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's the exception to the rule always. It's just like for me to watch a drama, I'm like, it's like exhausting.
Yeah,
it's
it takes a lot out of you.
It takes a lot out of you, like emotionally, and just like a lot of the times, it's like they're closer to like an hour long episodes. You know, it's just like, okay, I have to sit down. This is a 6-season show with 20 episodes in each season, and they're all gonna be emotional and like just heavy. To where it's like with a sitcom, it's 22 minutes. I sit down, I laugh a bit, and I can really pick any episode and just kind of go with it. To where if it's a movie, I'm like, I could sit down for 2 hours and get into the mindset of watching a sad thing or something that's a little heavier, and then go about.
And it gets wrapped up at the end.
Yeah, it gets wrapped up. Unless if it's like a trilogy or something, but for the most part. So so that's kind of my thought process. I like both. Like I like comedy movies and I like drama shows. It's just a lot easier to do it the other way around.
I agree.
And because then with comedy movies, I always want more. I'm like, that was funny. I like those characters. I wish this was a show.
Oh, yeah. I wish, yes. I wish they were my friends for at least 6 years.
Yeah, right. Like Hot Rod. I could watch 6 years of Hot Rod, you know?
In like 20-minute chunks.
Right, yeah. Actually, that'd probably be a pretty good show, I think. Like different stunt making schemes and stuff.
Maybe we'll make that our YouTube show.
That'd be fun.
Hot Rod,
TM.
Hot Rod, the show, the movie.
Yeah.
The show.
By Daniel and Philip.
No relation to Hot
Rod. except Andy Samberg's back. But his name is Dodd Nimble.
Oh.
Instead of Rod Kimball. So that's my thought corner for today.
Daniel's a thought corner. Daniel's a thought corner. Daniel's a thought corner. That was the rap version.
I could tell. I heard.
Just want to make sure you knew it wasn't like slam poetry.
All right.
What's next, Daniel?
Next is numero 7. Number 7.
Okay.
Is and I like this. I don't know if you would have put him this high. I just like him. I don't know.
Actually, I do.
Okay.
You didn't convince me. You showed me what I already knew was true.
Okay. It's Officer Kukowski. It's the police officer that shows up every once in a while whenever like something escalates to like needing the authorities involved. He kind of is just always, which actually makes sense that if it's like this town out in the middle of Colorado. They probably don't have that many cops out there. So just the fact that it's the same cop every time is pretty funny. But I have a reason why I like him.
Oh, what's your reason?
So if you watch the first season of Community, for the first, I want to say half, it's pretty normal. It's like fairly grounded, and like you believe that this could actually be like a school,
right?
And a lot of the humor is more subtle.
Yes,
and just like under a lot of the jokes, I feel like are just like under their breath.
Yeah,
or just like really quick. Like
it's like a drama that's got jokes in it.
Yeah, which is kind of like real life.
Yes.
You know, it just felt like real life. Well, by the end of season 1, it gets a little crazier, and then definitely like season 2 and 3, I feel like it's just like off the walls type of humor. But this character specifically feels like he's from the first half of the first season. He's more subtle.
Yeah,
he's more grounded. Other than like the humor that's the same cop, you know, like things surrounding him, like the situation may not be realistic, but him as a character seems a little bit more realistic, and it's refreshing at that point in the show to have that type of character in it again. So that's why I like the cop.
He reminds me of Officer, is it Wiggums?
Oh, from The Simpsons.
Where like Wiggums is like just a normal dad. Like in The Simpsons. He becomes crazy, but obviously. But like he's
just a hardworking blue collared man.
And like he kind of like is like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I think so. At least that's kind of how I remember Wiggums. I think that's how you say his name.
Going off topic to The Simpsons. Wiggums, the Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm about to talk about?
No.
Okay, there's a part where like the donut factory is going out of business, or the donut shop is. So they're giving out free donuts. And Wiggums comes over and he just has like 6 donuts on the barrel of his gun, and he's like eating them off. And then his gun goes off and it goes through his hat. He's like, whoa, that was close. And then just keeps eating them. That's my favorite Wiggums moment possibly ever. Anyways, yeah, he seems just like, and he's always like in a fairly good mood.
Yeah.
He's just like a happy character. I don't know. I just like the cop a lot.
Yeah. And then there's that, what do you call the closing thing? Like during the credits?
Oh, it's like a sting or something.
Yeah. Anyway, so at the ending of one of them, it's like him and the kid. The kid's like super serious.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He's like cussing and stuff.
Yeah, like he's trying to become friends, and the kid's like, "No, like what part of partner makes you think that we need to be friends?"
Yeah, I love Kikowski's like, "You're a tough kid. You're tough as nails, kid." I forgot all about that. That's really funny. I would watch that show, a spin-off show of him and that
kid cop, and
and Kikowski. Anyways, yeah, so that's our number 7. And I like him because he's not, a lot of the recurring characters are in the school.
He's outside
the school plot line, so I like that.
Yes. No, actually, can I say this about Community? I like that they stay in the school. They have episodes that are outside, which is fine every once in a while.
Right.
But it's not like The Office.
Yeah, I know you have a problem.
I have
with
a problem.
This about
what makes when The Office started going not as good, is when they started getting outside of The Office more and more.
Yeah.
And what makes The Office good is that when they're inside the office,
it was office shenanigans.
Yes.
Was what was fun.
Yeah.
What was fun. Again, every once in a while it's fine.
Yeah.
Like the dinner party episode of The Office is one of the best.
Right. Yes.
But then, especially like I feel like it's like season 8. There's like a lot of episodes that aren't in The Office, and it's just like, I think like towards the end of the 9th season, the last season, they realized that because a lot of that last stretch is like all office related stuff. So yeah, I agree. It's always about, they're always on campus. Yeah. It always has something to do with them.
Yeah. Yeah. It may not be like the forts, like the blanket forts and stuff, like it has nothing to do with school necessarily. Right. It's just like they're in their setting.
Yes,
where
yeah.
they're supposed to be.
Yeah, but I think that was also kind of the point of the show, is that like the school is just wild.
Yes.
And like anything can happen at the school. So really anything is kind of in the logic
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, number 6 is Fat Neil, or I guess just Neil.
Does it ever show the other Neil or not?
I don't think so.
The reason, okay.
You could have called him like Skinny Neil.
Yeah. Well, then is it? He's like the other Neil's black. He's like, I don't see race.
Yes.
Yeah, Neil. Go ahead. If
I think that Neil has a heart, but he's also. I mean, he's the one that ends up killing the plants. Well, because he has such a big heart
of love
for Vicky.
Yeah. Which kind of never gets brought up again.
No, but they probably break up.
Probably.
Just like real school. And he has one of the best episodes around him.
The D&D episode. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Was like his introduction episode is both. He's like a main character in it.
Yep.
And it's one of the better episodes of the show. It's interesting that he wasn't. I feel like he would have been in it more than he ends up being.
Right.
Because he's also funny. Like,
yeah, he's good.
The bear down for midterms thing, which is like one of Philip and Lindsay's favorite. Hey, Ethan.
He like inserted himself.
Yeah, I'm sorry, through my mind. It's one of like yours and Lindsay's like favorite scenes,
Yes.
the bear down for midterms. But yeah, then his little like too soon, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's funny? I remember you telling me about that episode.
The bear down for midterms.
Yeah, like you explained the concept to me, and
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, and then like seeing it like made it so much more funny. It's really good.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I think of side characters on the show, Fat Neil's like one of the first ones that comes to my mind.
Oh yeah. He's like a perfect, like, not on there enough for him to be main character.
Yes, yeah.
But on there enough that you do know who he is. Like if you say who Fat Neil is,
Right, you
everybody
know
that's seen
exactly,
this
yeah.
show knows it.
And I actually think my favorite Fat Neil moment is when I think it's season 5. They're like, pluses and minuses are made up. Do you remember this episode?
I don't remember that.
When I think Buzz Hickey, Mike from Breaking Bad, he tells Jeff that pluses and minuses are only for if you don't like students.
Oh yes.
And then
yes.
Annie comes out and she's like, they're made up, and just Fat Neil's like, riot, and he just shoves down the trash can. I think that's my favorite Fat Neil moment.
That is really funny. Yes. It's like he like doesn't know what to do at first. He's like, riot.
But it's also, he has like no enthusiasm whatsoever. He just knocks it over.
Number 5.
Yeah. And I'm surprised, like, looking back on it, it's funny that this guy made it this high, but there's just something about him.
He's a really good actor, I think.
Yeah, I think he is.
Which is funny.
Professor Sean Garrity.
Yes.
He's the theater
Or not, well,
professor.
he's a theater actor as well.
Yeah. But he's just there's like a mystery to him. I don't know. What do you like about him?
Yeah, he's like mysterious. He's got a lot of good jokes.
Yeah.
He's also there's like this whatever, like 6 times that they pull like something
The
on.
shooting thing, yeah. And then he like keeps track.
Yes.
He's like, well, if my math is correct, that's the last time he sets up. Yeah, I think like he's a very different character. He's very like charming and kind of charismatic.
Yes.
He talks with like this weird, it's like
not quite
it's like
accent.
Victorian
Yeah.
like type of theater
Yes.
accent. He's probably very pretentious. But then I think it's his introductory episode too with the conspiracy theory stuff. I like that he just like joins in.
Yes.
He's like, Mr. Winger, you didn't turn in your paper last week or whatever he says. Yeah, he's a different character than a lot of the other characters on the show, which I like.
Oh yeah. And then they keep bringing him back, which like I was like, oh, he's just going to be in one episode.
Yeah, right.
And then they kept him coming.
Which I think he's in it not as much.
No.
He's maybe a handful of episodes. But he made such an impact that like whenever he came back, I was like, oh hey, it's the theater guy.
That guy.
Yeah. Is he the one that when Troy lies and says that his uncle touched him? Is he the
He's
teacher?
the teacher.
He's
Yes.
that teacher?
Yes.
Okay. He's like, bravo. He's like, now that is acting. I don't know. I just like him. He's funny.
Number 4,
Yeah.
Starburns.
There he is.
There he is.
What's his actual name?
No, not Neil.
Alex.
Alex. Yes.
My name's Alex.
His real name is Dino, though.
Yeah, it's something crazy.
Yeah, it's like Strafalobacus.
Yeah, it's like a freaking Sesame Street character.
I feel like it might not be real. He changed it.
It's probably a stage name.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I don't know him from anything else.
No, I don't think he's in anything else.
So
but
maybe it is his actual name.
Yeah. I was telling Daniel earlier, I think I think they just realized he was funny because he seems like just a throwaway character at the beginning of like Chang just needs to make a funny joke here. Let's say something. He says something about Starburns, but he ends up being funny.
Yeah, I think you're right. I bet they were like, what's the really random, crazy thing that a character could have? They're
Yeah.
like, what if his sideburns were stars? And Chang says something.
Yeah.
But then, and I'm sure that because he's a writer, so I'm sure he was like, I'll just step in.
Yeah.
And then since he was on set a lot, they were probably like, well, we could bring that character back.
Right,
He's funny
yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, I think you're probably right. It reminds me of the Chris Hemsworth thing.
I don't know about
I have a theory on Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
In the MCU movies, because at the beginning, when in the first couple Thor movies and even the first couple like Avengers movies, Thor is more of like a stoic character. He's very
Yes.
serious. I think somewhere along the line they realized that Chris Hemsworth was really funny.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they just started writing Thor to be funny to capitalize on that strength that Chris
Right,
Hemsworth
yeah.
has, because he's like one of the funniest characters in the movies
Well,
now.
he's funny physically.
Yes, he has a lot of good physical humor, but then he can also be like Infinity War. He's pretty serious, so they
Right.
can still utilize that aspect of him. Whenever I think of that, I think of Thor. I'm like, yeah, I bet it was supposed to be this thing, and then they at some point along the line they just realized that he could do something else.
Yeah. And Starburns. Starburns.
No, yeah.
His fake death. That's probably the best part. And then, well, actually, the best part is when he comes back.
But, well, it's when you realize that he faked his death.
Yes.
Because he's in like the bathroom or something, right? It I don't remember.
Oh,
It
yeah.
like
they
zooms
do
up to
show
the
him.
mirror and he's like putting a hat on or something.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, like Starburns. I thought he was dead. Yeah.
And then they're in I think him trying to run away with the like kittens. And
The kittens. I don't remember that part.
Okay, so it's that episode where they find out find out that he's faked his death.
Okay.
And they're like, they go into like the horse.
Oh,
area.
yes.
And, like, they hear the noises, and then all of a sudden they like find him, and he's like in a wagon, like he's got like whipping kittens.
Yes,
like,
that's right. It's like, what is he thinking?
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I think there's a good episode. Aren't they like, we have stables?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a thing?
Do I have a thing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you let Tommy know that we were recording? Oh,
I
you
didn't
didn't?
let him know.
Dang it. I miss him.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you.
Oh.
There you. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, you guys. I know you guys didn't invite me on purpose.
How are you?
I know you guys.
I missed you.
Did you?
I did.
I didn't hear anything from you. Daniel, it's been 8 weeks.
My phone's been dead.
Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely.
No, it has been. You got something to teach us today?
Do you like my new haircut?
I love it.
Okay, because you didn't say anything. You
Sorry.
said you missed me, but it's very different. Have you noticed how different it is?
I know. Yes, actually, now that you pointed out, I do notice how different it is.
Okay.
Where'd you go to get that done?
I got it from my, I heard a little something about Gabe.
Oh, Gabe, yeah. Gabriel Coomer.
Gabriel Coomer, the best barber in Dayton.
He is. I will live and die by that sentiment.
And so yeah, I followed. I mean, I went. I had an appointment after you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
I heard your motorcycle pull up when I was leaving.
Yeah, it's weird how you didn't say hi.
I didn't see you. I just heard it, but I didn't think anything of it at the time.
Yeah, it's weird. So anyway, I got my haircut by him.
Yeah. Did you guys get along?
Yeah, he likes the horror movies.
Yeah.
Not me as much, but
I know. Last time when we talked about horror movies, you didn't really like.
no, I didn't really like that very much. Anyway, I guess I'll tell you something.
Yes, tell us something.
I guess
please.
I'll tell you something. I guess the only reason you really want me here is to tell you something.
Do you want to do something else?
I'm kind of like what I learned today.
Okay.
I'm kind of like, and you're gonna realize what I'm like.
Okay.
I think it's gonna make sense here in a second. All right.
Okay.
Today I learned why Five Guys gives extra fries at the bottom of the bag.
Oh, why's that?
They do it so the guest thinks they're getting a good deal. However, the extra fries are already factored into the menu price. The founder, Jerry Merle, also says it is better for customers to feel that their serving of fries was too large. I am the extra fries at the bottom of the Classic Countdown Conversations bag. And you guys you're mistaking me for just extra, but I'm part of the show, okay? I'm part of the show.
Well, if this
Can't get me out.
if this makes you feel any better, the extra fries at the bottom of the bag is the best part of Five Guys.
It is the best. You know what?
So-
there should be I think it should just be. I think maybe.
What are you saying?
I think that maybe, just maybe, it's me. Maybe it's me, and you guys are actually not even the fries. You're not even a little bit of the fries. You're just the salt.
Well,
my good fry.
We're actually
taste.
the burgers.
Well, see ya.
Bye,
That
bud.
was so quick. The way, I could see it in his eyes how quick that was. That he decided he wasn't going to be here anymore.
It was done. Okay.
So anyway,
I'll let you say number 3.
number 3 is. I can't do it. I can't even do him justice. Garrett. I was going to try to do a Garrett sound. I don't know how. I don't know how.
Yeah, I can't either. It's just like he's just always yelling all the time.
It's like at the top of his throat, but like also guttural. I don't know how he does it. But
He's so funny. This isn't an insult. He's just so funny looking.
and like clearly he's making himself like even.
I hope so.
Like his glasses are way too big. They're like always falling down.
He's
his
always
nose.
like, you can't see me right now. People are listening, but his hands are just like always. You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about?
And it's like he's like pursing his lips out just a little bit. I don't know how he does it, but gosh, he's funny.
Yeah, I feel like the other characters, like he's physically funny in a way that other characters aren't.
Yes.
Like a lot of the other characters are funny because of the dialogue and the performance, or I guess his performance solely.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like he's just like as soon as you see him, I just start laughing.
And then like, is his first line in the paintball episode when Jeff goes up to him?
I don't know. I don't know. That is like a really funny line, though.
Yeah.
That's definitely probably one of his earlier times being in the show. I don't know if it was his first or not, but
Oh man! And then he gets his own episode.
yeah, it's like the second to last episode.
I know. It's a great episode too.
Yeah, it is. It is really funny.
And he gets married.
He gets married.
He's kind of a jerk.
He's kind of a jerk to his bride.
I like how they don't even like address it.
I know.
I thought it was gonna be a joke at the end. Like she doesn't really like. She's like trapped by him or something.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like no, he's just a jerk.
Well, or I thought that it was gonna like lead to something.
Yeah.
Like lead to like them having a falling out or
Yeah.
something. It didn't. It was just that like he's kind of a jerk, I guess.
I don't know if it was supposed to be like. I guess that was kind of the setup, and the payoff was his mom's like a nice jerk.
Oh yeah. Because when they're all like
They're coming in,
she tells
the
them off,
reception.
right?
Yeah, she tells them off. And they all are like, "Yeah, I guess we do. We are kind of making it about ourselves."
Oh man, yeah. I think Garrett's just something else. I love it's the first episode of the 6th season when they're all in the what do they call that? The study room, and he's just like staring at them through the blinds, and then he's like duh, duh. But that never leads to anything either. and then Leonard's just staring at Garrett.
I forgot about that. Oh, so good.
Oh man. Okay. We're having trouble if we should put Garrett at 3 or 2. It was almost 2. Do I get 2?
You get 2.
Since we switched. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't say the name. I'll just
Okay.
I'll do the.
Okay.
Who do you guys think it is? Or set me up.
Set you up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Daniel, this second person's really going to make it a party. What's his name? No. Oh, no. How do you set this up?
Just say something exciting.
Let's go classic countdown conversations.
Pop. It's magnitude.
It's magnitude. I was bad. That first one was bad.
It's okay.
I didn't know how to set it up.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not the writer for this show.
Neither am I. There's no writer. Yeah, it's magnitude. I think Garrett has obviously more variety and personality to him, but magnitude is like that one joke never gets old somehow. like
they do it just enough to not make it.
Yes. The only thing is he's not in the last episode.
Oh, he's not?
It always bugs me. The scene where Jeff is thinking of the next season.
Yeah, he's not
and
in
it's
there
all the filler character, all the side characters. He's not in there, and I wish he was.
Yeah.
And we could have had one last pop there.
He must have been doing something else.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he's in the movie.
I hope so too. There still hasn't been any actual
confirmation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
with this episode, we're gonna make it happen. They're gonna be like, oh, Classic Countdown Conversations talked about it.
That means we gotta do it. It's a sign.
It's a sign.
And then I'll be like, pop. What's your favorite pop moment?
I think it's probably in that debate episode where that's all he says, and somehow it doesn't get old.
It doesn't get old. Everyone still loves him for it.
I think that's what actually made it funny, is that you expect people to get tired of it.
Yes, it is always just as funny to them.
Yeah.
I feel like it even gets more so as the show goes along. Because in that debate episode when he's like, I think they're talking about like favorite colors or something. He's like, Magnitude, what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
He's like, I think you know, Dean. Pop. And he's like, oh, he's like, but really, Magnitude, what's your answer? He's like, same answer. And then like when he says pop, the entire room does it. There's that. I think his introduction is really funny when Jeff's like, who's Magnitude? And he just comes in, he's like, yo, pop. I think that's a really good one.
He's like so low to the ground.
I know, he's like, he like hops in and he just like immediately is ready to party it. And then I love, this is actually one of the better parts of the 4th season, because the 4th season, as we know, it's the least best. I still like it, it's just the least best. But when that rich kid comes in,
yes,
and he's like, Magnitude's like, yo, pop. He's like, I like that. That's my thing now. And the dean's like, Magnitude, you're never to say pop pop ever again. He spends the rest of the episode like trying to find a new catchphrase.
Oh, that's right. It has like a whole like
It's like a
whiteboard.
chalkboard. Yeah. He's like, he like staggers out. He's like, zippity dop. I think that's a really good Magnitude moment too.
That's true. Yeah.
And then when he sacrifices himself in the paintball episode, when the little robot comes in and he jumps on it.
Oh yeah.
It blows up and he's like, pop. And Troy's like, pop what, Magnitude?
Oh, it's good. Good stuff.
Before we move on to our number one.
Yeah.
That's a character. There's a character in that episode that I wish would have been a recurring character.
Who's that?
He, Magnitude, I almost called him Pop Pop. Magnitude is like, because they're all like, we need to form an alliance against City College.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Magnitude's a one-man party. And a one-man party can't be a part of an alliance. That's a paradox. And then this random guy's like, I agree. And Troy's like, easy paradox.
Oh yes.
It's like, and he's in like old what prospector clothing. It's like, what's paradox? Where is he at? I wish that he had been in more.
That's funny. No, I forgot about him.
Yeah, because that's the only scene he's ever in. But his name's Paradox, and he dresses like an 1800s prospector. So, okay.
Number one.
Number one. Should we just
3,
count? 2, 1. Leonard. I think it's kind of obvious.
I think so.
I feel like he's like, it's pretty. I would want to hear someone's argument for why he isn't the best supporting character.
He's good. Good funny stuff. Lots of random things.
Yeah.
His character's like kind of fleshed out.
Yeah. Because they mention he has like kids. Grandkids, like, don't they have like a family day or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And they're like, well, they always make fun of Leonard. He always says some snarky comment, and they're like, shut up, Leonard, blah, blah, blah. I think they say something about, they're like, I know your son didn't come to family day, or something about that.
Like that. Buzz, like is able to like control him.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. The meatball thing.
Yes. And like Leonard has an earring for some reason. They like just like throw that in there.
Yeah, I feel like there's always something new with Leonard.
Yes.
Like every time he comes in, it's just like I would like to see spin-off about Leonard's life too.
I don't know. I thought like that guy might die before the show finishes.
He's died.
He did die?
Yeah, in real life.
I was wondering.
Rest in peace, actor who I don't know his name. Rest in peace, Leonard. Yeah, so if they make a movie,
he's gone.
Maybe they'll do like show a picture of him or something.
I'm sure they will.
Because that'd be nice. That's the thing about like, I mean, finalities in general.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're gonna do this movie about community, you want like it's so hard to please with something like that, to where like you want all the characters in it, you want like the recurring running jokes to be in it, but also you don't want it to feel like they're like pandering, you know. So I'm interested to see what they do with the movie.
If they can follow the lead that Psych did with movies, Psych did them good.
Okay, see, I still gotta watch it.
I don't know how, but like the Psych movies are really funny and just like has some like inside jokes from the shows, like just
also feels like its own thing.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like 3 episodes of Psych put together.
It feels like a movie.
Yeah.
It's the only, and I wouldn't even say it's a bad thing. We're jumping all over just different franchises right now, but with El Camino, it's not a bad thing that it seems like this, but it does feel like it's 2 episodes put together.
Yeah.
Just like a two-parter.
Yep.
Which is fine. The thing I like about El Camino is that they didn't try to like make it better than the show. It seems on par with the show, which I really liked. Yeah, exactly. So I'm interested to see what they do with the Community movie whenever it finally gets made.
Yeah.
Because there were some things left up in the air. There's like the Annie Jeff thing.
Yeah.
Like,
did you like that they like kind of put them together at the end? Kind of didn't. I was like, I don't know why they had to do this.
What?
Like they like have to kiss at the end. She's like, you'll regret not kissing.
I
This show sucks.
No.
That's what I thought. I said,
Really?
This show now was a 5-star. Now it's 1.
Oh.
Maybe
I
that's
have
'cause
thoughts.
maybe that's because I'm a man and I don't care about kisses in my comedy show.
I have thoughts. We don't have to talk about them on here, just because I could talk about it for a while. But anyways, Leonard, he has a YouTube channel about reviewing frozen pizza.
And I presume that's a real YouTube channel.
I
somewhere.
hope so. I've never looked it up. Maybe we should try it. But I like it how like it's like looks like some real cheap brand, and he's like, he's like, cheese is good. It's like he's just saying like obvious things.
Yes.
And he's like, I give it 2 thumbs up, and then the end of his video is like hardcore music. It's like subscribe, all this stuff. So,
that's good.
But he's 3-dimensional. He's funny. I love that he's like in the first episode of the 6th season. It shows that he's been there since like the 70s. So he's just like always at this college.
He's just like Pierce.
He's Pierce, just not as fleshed out, and he always just does the
yes.
which
is that where you got that from?
I don't think so.
Okay.
However, it probably amplified it after I saw that, because I always think that'll be funny. Not farts in general, just people making fart noises.
Chang does it in the last episode.
Oh yeah. Although he actually farts, I think.
Well, it's what's the girl's name? The serious girl.
Frankie.
Frankie's like doing her 7th season wrap up, and she's like realizes like, oh, it's not funny, so like she makes Chang fart.
Yeah.
But then at the very, very end, Abed says cool, and then he goes
Yeah. He's like,
goes,
cool.
Yeah.
It's for the 4th season. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah.
You feel good about this episode?
I do. I love talking about Community. How long was it?
Only an hour and 7 minutes so far, but we
Nice.
got some stuff to cut out.
We do have stuff to cut out, but we also need to end it. So, anything to say?
No.
Okay. I know we will try to be consistent. They just had their baby, so we gave Philip some paternity leave.
That made Daniel throw up. He was like, they just had their baby.
I did burp right when I said that. What's funny is we gave you paternity leave and we never even talked about it. Did you notice that? We never talked.
True.
We never texted
said anything about it.
It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And, like, I knew not to bother you guys. And, but yeah, so
and as your birthday present, I gave us an episode of Classic Countdown Conversations.
Thank you. It was just what I wanted.
Because you know what? We're the best. And you're the best.
You can never be perfect, but you can always be better. We love you.